And I jumped on the bandwagon too at first, and was like, "Oh, this is fucked up, dude. You can't be saying shit like this. You deserve what you get." And to an extent, I am still there. But after listening to his podcast, after doing some research, there's some more evidence that's come to light. The NWA. This episode of the NWA, this episode in question, Your Honor, was in the can. I mean, in the fucking back, in the warehouse for 6 weeks before it aired. Okay, so 6
They
weeks.
obviously edit it.
Yeah, they edit it. They look at it. There's got to be a post production, and then there's got to be at least another fucking quality control production that goes over it, makes sure everything is good. There's no racist slurs and shit like that. They obviously didn't do their job. And then they release it on YouTube 6 weeks later. So the NWA fouled up something fierce here by not catching any of this. And Lagana, when Cornette asked Lagana, Dave Lagana, the guy who produces the NWA, when he asked him about it, Lagana is like, "Oh, well, it just got by me." Dude, that's a big fucking thing, just be getting by you and your entire production crew. All right?
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, but Cornette, he said it, and he shouldn't have. And I'll agree with the great Brian Last, who is his co-host on the Jim Cornette podcast that comes on, I think, Wednesdays. When Cornette asked him, "How do you feel about the whole situation?" Brian was like, "Look, I think the joke was in bad taste. I think that it was a shit joke. It wasn't really funny. Is it racist though? Is it racist? Yeah, a little bit.
I wouldn't consider
a little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It was in really bad taste, especially how freaking like pussy hurt people get nowadays.
Yeah, and see,
you should think before you speak, and when you're speaking on like YouTube on a nationally broadcast wrestling company, like you can't be saying stuff like that because people are gonna get all freaking wound up and butthurt over this.
And actually, this week, I was meaning to say this on the show. I got a commentator who I'm not going to say the name of. He's a friend of mine. I had asked him about it. And he said, and I quote, "Jim is a friend of mine, and he may be a lot of things, but I have absolutely no reason to believe he's racist. The joke was ill-judged on his part, but also it could have and should have been edited out before the broadcast. Very unfortunate situation on all sides." And that's the way I see it now after doing a little bit of digging and some research. Cornette has never been perfect. I mean, Cornette has had a lot of mishaps over the years. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have, and he's gotten himself into hot water. He doesn't have a filter, and the NWA knew that when they hired him. Now, does this change the fact that Cornette said it? No. And Cornette should hold the blame for that. He said it. He made the poor decision to make a joke like that in a PC era in which we are in. But half that fucking blame, at least half that blame, goes to the NWA, and they really got no fucking...
Most of them. They threw him under the bus. They were like, "You know what? Someone's got to take the heat for it." Guess what? You said it. You get the whole rap. But I completely agree that NWA is also at fault for this.
Wow. See, I got some breaking news here for you, bud. 30 seconds ago, kind of breaking news. Marty Scurll's final episode with Ring of Honor, I think, was Final Battle or something, right? Like he was ending his run with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he was supposed to do some events after that were like one night contract type things, but yeah, as a Final Battle, he was supposed to be a free agent.
You want to know where he went?
NXT, hopefully.
God, no. NWA Power.
Marty Scurll went to NWA?
He's on the NWA right now, 30 seconds ago. What do you think of Marty Scurll showing up at NWA Into the Fire?
What the fuck?
It's a good fit for him.
Hopefully this is just a one-night thing, because I don't think it's a good fit for him.
I don't know. People are fucking losing their mind on Twitter.
Holy shit.
I might have to check out this episode, to be honest, after we get off the show.
You heard it right here on the World Wrestling Podcast.
Spoilers. Yeah, so fuck it. That's a whole thing to even unwrap by itself. If we don't have any details, it's the ending of Into the Fire. I'm guessing it was the pay-per-view. Yeah, it was their pay-per-view. God, I don't have any details if he's there for a long term. If it was the ending of Into the Fire, this has got to be a long-term deal. He didn't just show up as a one-off at the end of fucking Into the Fire, which is their pay-per-view. He's not going to AEW.
Yeah, true. Wow. I thought, like, for sure. There's also been hella rumors that he was going to sign with WWE, so hopefully this is a short-term thing.
He's not going to fucking WWE, dude. If he goes anywhere other than NWA, it's going to be AEW. All of his friends are at AEW.
Adam Cole's his friend. He hit him in the head with a freaking umbrella.
Adam Cole drank a monster with poison in it. He's dead.
That's right.
Like, get your canon right, dude. Come on. But no, wow, yeah, fucking not Adam Cole, Marty Scurll at NWA. I'm actually looking on his Wikipedia right now, see if anybody has updated it.
Whoop, whoop.
No, nothing new. Actually, somebody hasn't updated it since fucking he was in New Japan. Jesus. But anyways, no. So we heard that here first, folks. He's went to the National Wrestling Alliance, which we'll keep tabs on that. I might have a reason to start watching it again.
Breaking news.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, big deal there. So, as I was saying about Cornette, though, I just don't feel like it's all him to blame. He's not a racist. It was a misjudged comment that did get blown out of proportion, and he lost his job over.
I mean, everybody at one time has thrown out a poorly timed joke. Everybody's been in that position. Unfortunately, for people that like Jim Cornette, he did it while on air on a worldwide show. So, I mean, he took his repercussions. He stepped down, got fired, whatever happened. I'm still not a fan of Jim Cornette, and I agree. They're both to blame in this situation.
Yeah. Well, speaking of kissing your sister, how about the AEW NXT tie this week? 778,000 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah,
dead tie this week.
Dead
the
tie
Wednesday
this
Night
week.
War.
So next Wednesday is going to be an interesting night. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to watch it.
I DVR it, so if I miss it on Wednesday, I can watch it any other day of the week.
I might try and find a way to watch it somehow. I don't know. I'm going to be busy, though, next Wednesday.
I'll send you a website.
Okay, well, let's just talk about piracy on the air. That's great. But 778,000. It's been an interesting week. Because, I mean, we know that AEW's had the majority wins, and NXT's been coming back, but dead tie this week. So, interesting enough. I'm waiting to see how next Wednesday goes. This sort of flew under the radar, but Chris Jericho says he recently called a meeting in AEW to talk about how the lack of rules in tag team matches was burying the refs and killing the show. And I've heard this specific complaint about All Elite Wrestling quite a lot, actually. Says once he told everyone to concentrate more on tagging, the wrestlers have started doing it. And I have noticed that. So I'm really happy that he was working on the tag thing, because I was even complaining about that a little bit.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
You know, just walk in and out of the ring when they want. So it does kind of bury the rules, and you got to have the rules to get heat. You know, you got to use them. If you're not breaking the rules, if you're breaking the rules in one match and just doing whatever, in the next match you're trying to get heat by breaking the rules, what's the point? The guys in the last match just did all that. You know what I'm saying? They broke all the rules, they didn't get any heat. Like, it is killing the show. So they need to make sure they if they're going to take tag team matches seriously, they most definitely need to. And he said it's working. So one of the big things that I want to talk about tonight, you know, because Jesus Christ, we're already at fucking hour and a half here. is the PWI list. Sean, do you know what the PWI list is?
No, I don't. Is it
Pro-
the Pro Wrestling Insider?
Pro Wrestling Illustrated, their top 500 list of wrestlers for the year. So, I'm trying to get to the picture that I have of the top. Here we go, screenshot. I've got a screenshot of the top 20 wrestlers. And we're really not going to go over all 20, but we're going to go over the first couple because this is the shittiest fucking list.
We should go over the top 10.
You want to? Fine. We'll go over the top 10. We'll go over, like I said, one of the shittiest fucking lists I've ever seen. We're going to start off at number 10. And this actually doesn't seem like a terrible spot for this guy, but I can see it. You know, Will Ospreay comes in at number 10. I can see him up the list. There's a lot of guys that are under him, like Jay Lethal and Kota Ibushi and Cody Rhodes and Walter, and all these guys seem like they're in the right
Cody
spot.
Rhodes was in the top 10?
He wasn't in the top 10, which is weird.
Wow.
See, there's some guys I do think should be in the top 10, but they're not. But we're going to keep going. Hiroshi Tanahashi comes in at number 9, which still seems like a good spot. He was 31 last year. He makes it number 9 this year. He's had a lot of great matches. He had that great barn burner with Kenny Omega at the last Wrestle Kingdom. So, I mean, he deserves his spot. You want to hear who's number 8, Sean?
Who?
Kenny Omega.
Wow.
Kenny Omega is number 8 in the PWI.
Kenny Omega should be in the top 3.
You want to know who? No, Sean. Remember how you made me rage earlier?
Yeah.
I'm about to make you rage pretty damn hard right now. You ready? You sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Okay, do you want to know who's number 7 on this list? Who was number 7 last year? Hasn't moved up or down? Who ranks above Kenny Omega?
If you say Roman Reigns, I'm hanging up right now.
It's Roman Reigns.
Motherfucker. Oh my God. How in the fuck can you put Roman 3 moves of doom fucking Reigns over the best goddamn wrestler in the world?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Oh my God. I'm about to write PWI and fucking chew their whole whoever responds to the email is getting chewed the fuck out.
It's not over with yet. They're still just... I don't understand how Roman made the top 10.
He should have been number 500.
Yeah.
It's the top 500. Roman Reigns should have been 509 or something.
Should have been 501.
Right. Breathe, Sean. Whew. Let's go. Who's number 6?
Well, you mean, number 6 is Johnny Gargano, which
okay.
I kind of understand. I haven't seen any of his matches this year, but I mean, I have. I've seen a couple, but I know that he's good. I know Gargano is really good. Number 5.
Johnny Wrestling.
Number 5 is fucking Kazuchika Okada.
Wow. That's not too terrible.
No, Sean.
But yeah.
You want to know who's above Kazuchika Okada? Do you want to know who's at number 4?
Who?
He was at 82 last year, bumped all the way up to 4 this year. He is ranked as the 4th best wrestler in the world right now, above Kazuchika Okada, above Kenny Omega, above Will Ospreay, Tommaso Ciampa, Walter, Cody Rhodes. It's Kofi fucking Kingston.
Yeah, that's bad, bro.
Yeah.
Kofi had a hell of a year. I will give him that. Should he be in the top 15? Yeah, he had a fucking amazing year.
I wouldn't have a problem if he was 16 or
4,
17.
No.
Above Kazuchika Okada. You know?
Yeah.
Above Kenny Omega, who have both put out some great matches this year. Have they put out as good a matches as they did last year? I don't know. I mean, they had some fucking barn burners last year. But the fact is, they put out some great fucking matches this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, do you want to know who's number 3?
Proceed.
AJ.
He should have been lower, man.
I think so.
He's Like, he is exactly what his name says, AJ